Now, what prompted me into watching this movie is actually the fact that the plot was quite relatable. I mean, really relatable. But was this as satisfying as I thought it would be? So G.V Prakash Kumar plays the role of Arjun, a light sleeper that wakes up at the slightest bit of noise he hears. And according to Arjun, being a newsreader, he needs to get at least 8 hours of sleep to look fresh for his work in the morning. But Arjun ends up getting married to Deepika, and this role is played by Aishwarya Rajesh. And she's the total opposite of a light sleeper. She's technically a sound sleeper. Now, what hurdles are they going to face in their marriage, and is adjusting to each other the only option here? So this Tamil movie was solely written and directed by Anand Ravichandran, and when I saw the title of this movie, it was obviously pronounced as DeAr, but I wondered why the letter A was in capital letter in the word. It was later on that I found out that the title of this movie is actually the initials of the two main leads here, that is the abbreviation of their two names. DE for Deepika and AR for Arjun. So there you have it. Now the plot didn't take its time to build up, it was actually straight to the point. And this movie will guarantee you a few laughs, but not the kind that will make you burst into laughter. Not the kind that will make you laugh out loud, just something moderate. And yes, for those of you that might be guessing, the soundtracks of this movie were composed by G.V Prakash Kumar, being a music composer and all. And honestly speaking, the soundtracks in this movie weren't exactly one of my best, but it blended well with the plot, especially the lyrics. The lyrics matched the plot really well. But I have a little complaint when it comes to the soundtracks. Was it just me, or was it that the soundtracks were a little bit too loud, that it ended up making the dialogues in the movie seem to be in low audio? Like, after a sound is done playing in the background and automatically fades out and they switch to the dialogues between any two characters in the movie, you would notice that the audio dropped a little. It started to seem as if the audio was low. But when the soundtracks were playing, it was just a little bit too loud. Once it comes to the acting, one character that managed to connect with me here is actually Lakshmi, and this role was played by Rohini. I think she really did well in portraying her character. She connected with me, her feelings were there, and I love the way the support roles were utilized in this movie. They came on screen when they were needed to help the male and female lead push the plot forward, just like the characters of Deepika's parents and even Arjun's two friends. Now, G.V Prakash Kumar's acting was good to some extent. I laughed at most of his facial expressions, but honestly, I wasn't feeling his emotions in this movie. And I was actually disappointed with his character, Arjun. His character was just going from likable to unlikable and disappointing. I was expecting a lot from his character, and in the movie, he started to seem like someone that changes his personality according to different situations. He wasn't rigid, he wasn't firm to a particular decision, he was just changing from this to that. Another thing is that I wasn't feeling the chemistry between G.V Prakash Kumar and Aishwarya Rajesh. And speaking of Aishwarya Rajesh, I think she wasn't properly utilized in this movie. This movie didn't do justice to her acting skills, and she wasn't even given enough screen time in this movie. And in this movie, there were only two dance scenes, and honestly, the dance steps weren't exactly one of my best. And in those dance scenes, Aishwarya Rajesh wasn't giving me that kind of energy I expected in her dance scenes. She felt a little bit dull, and honestly, this movie didn't utilize her properly. Another thing is that this movie could have explored a little bit more on feminism. They mentioned this in some scenes in the movie, but they failed to give it much importance as I was expecting. They didn't dive into it like I expected. And honestly, at a point, I felt like dropping this movie because it became less engaging to me. I was actually expecting a lot from the plot, but ended up being disappointed, and this movie could have been a lot better. One thing I loved about it is actually the moral the plot came with, and that is marriage is all about accepting each other's imperfections. At least that's what I could grab. So I think I'll be giving this movie a 2.5 out of 5 thumbs up. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this review, do make sure to give me a like, comment on your thoughts. I would love to know what you think about the movie and my review too. And help support my channel by subscribing. Thank you all for watching once again. I will see you next time on my review. Bye.